I'm Mike Sullivan. A lot of golfers come to me and they feel like they've got too much of their hands in their golf swing, or too much of their right hand in their golf swing. And what we're going to do is talk a little bit about why is it that you have too much hands in your swing, and what is it that we can do to help alleviate that. Taking the hands out of the swing. So what we're talking about doing is we're talking about getting less flippy, less handsy. Those are the types of terms that we kind of hear people talk about. So I'm going to show you something on the impact bag over here. The problem people get into is when they are striking shots, especially if they see themselves on video, we see something like this, kind of a scoop move. And you'll notice as I'm doing this, I'm not turning my shoulders. What's happening is my shoulders stop turning and I kind of hit with my hands. Or people just flat out get active with their hands at the bottom. So what we want to do is we want to try to figure out something that we can do where we change that habit. And this is a great way to use this impact bag. And I know if you've been watching these videos, I'm beating you to death with the impact bag, but it really does help out a lot. So what I like to do is hold the club in my hands. Now I am holding it up here in the middle of the bag. I'm not resting it on the ground. You can see someone else did that and put a hole in my bag the other day. So we're going to rest the club up here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn my shoulders, and I'm going to close my eyes. They're closed, and I'm going to try to make my arms like limp spaghetti. All right, and you'll be able to see that. We're going to play this back in slow motion. When I'm hitting this bag with these limp arms, I'm barely holding the club. What's happening is, as I turn through, my hands are leading that club head. And what's happening is I'm using this lever of my arm and the club shaft as one nice unit, as one nice lever. So I'm going to relax.
I just wanted to break away and just give you a little analysis, an example as to what's going on here when we work with this impact bag. On the right-hand side, we've got Nick Price. I'm sliding him over. And I want you to see how he turns his shoulders. See, his hands are right in front of his shoulders, right in front of his chest the whole time. There is no hand action. There's no popping and controlling that club with the hands at all. And you can see as he gets down towards impact, his shoulders are continuing to turn through, and his hands are leading that club head. I'm going to put a little line here behind the ball so you can remember where the back of the ball was. And look at where his divot takes place. And you can see after the ball's already gone, he still has there's no flip, there's no cup in that left-hand wrist. And that's the good impact position we need. A huge part of this is he is not trying to use his hands to control the club. If you look over here at me on the left using this impact bag, what I'm doing is I'm exaggerating the feeling of leaving my hands out of the golf swing. So I'm going to back this up a little bit, okay? Start playing through in slow motion. You can see my shoulders are going to dominate this swing. See, these shoulders are going to start to bring that club back. It's all going to come from the shoulders. And it's so exaggerated that you can see the lag I've got coming back, right, with my hands. We wouldn't actually swing a club this way. This is just an example to show what happens at impact if your golf swing is about turning your shoulders. Take a look at this. You've heard that term lag, maintaining that lag. Well, take a look at this lag that is created. This feels like my arms are literally a piece of wet noodle. That's what it feels like. I've got two wet noodles for arms. And you can see I've got an exaggerated impact where my hands are way ahead of that club head. Now, in actuality, we wouldn't hit balls probably to this degree, but you can see my hands are out here in front of my chest. If you're struggling with thick, thin shots and fat shots, and you look at yourself at impact over here, what you're probably going to see is you're going to see your hands way back behind you with the club head sneaking up ahead. You're going to see your shaft angled like this blue line. So I just want to show you real quick a little analysis as to why we want to work on hitting an impact bag and why we want to have our swing be more about turning shoulders and hips and less about using.
And I'm just feeling like my arms are just really, really limp spaghetti. So I would highly recommend, if you don't have an impact bag and you're really serious about getting better at golf, get yourself one of those impact bags, okay? And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're striking that bag with really, really relaxed hands and arms, because we want the rotation of our shoulders to really be what's powering that golf swing. I hope you liked this video. If it was helpful to you, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button for a like. Also, you can go ahead and subscribe to this channel so next time we do a video, you'll be notified by email.